I've never said half an hour nap.
Welcome to the birthplace
I've
of
never
college
said half an
football.
hour for a
The
nap.
State University of
As
New
I say
Jersey, the
with,
campus
there's
of
someone at
Rutgers
the
and
job that likes
Piscataway,
naps.
and we
We
are
say we pretty
ready
much
for
go back
what
to
ought
sleep.
to be a
But
tremendous game
can't remember
today.
who it is.
A top 25 showdown coming
It's a
up. Two
random
of college
teacher.
football's premier
I don't
teams
recall who.
preparing to right here on this field. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started.
It's Pregler, our librarian.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Scarlet Knights offense will get the first swing of the game. This has an old school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Gets it out fast. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll ride Davis here. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Cougars. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Out of the end zone. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today.
And the quarterback is snowed under. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. To the air, it's Retzlaff. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he ran away from the Scarlet Knights have it with a 1st and 10.
I need to do that, my bad.
He's going to pass. Quick completion on the out route. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Scarlet Knights are on the move. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it from the gun. Smashes through. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. From the gun. Wants to pass. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
We're seeing this more and more often in college football with the analytics and everything else, but 4th and inches, they decide to go for it, and they pick it up on the ground.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Retzlaff. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drop.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. On the run, still looking. Wisely avoiding the big hit with the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll try to power their way ahead. And BYU will get the first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. BYU has this offense clicking. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. The give to Davis. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Got his man quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. Leaves it with the running back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. They love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Retzlaff. Steps away to find some room. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. He's looking to throw. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Hit as he throws. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar! BYU, number 8. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That makes the score BYU 21, Rutgers 7. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score. Afterburners coming. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. First and 10 from their own 49. The give from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intent.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. You use the play action to try to slow down the rush, make the defense hesitant. In that case, They weren't hesitant at all.
No, they weren't, and it was a nice job with respect to effort on defense. You saw guys engaged one-on-one.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The Scarlet Knights will call on their punt team. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. After the misfire now on second down. Back to throw, it's Retzlaff. They're trying to get to him. And he can't escape, and down he goes. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Rifles it down the middle. And that pass intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Down, Scarlet Knights.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They'll leave it with him. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Makes his connection. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Gonna take a shot. And it's caught inside the 15. Touchdown, BYU! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And, man, is that perfect time. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll run the screen, and they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Catches it at the 30. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Flushed out of the pocket. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Quarterback empties his backfield. To the air. It's Retzlaff. Feeling some heat. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Going up top on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. He's looking to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. A shot toward the end zone, and he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Splits the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And now the hit knocks it loose. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The run from the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Scarlet Knights will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
First down here for the offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's strong. Second down coming up. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Scarlet Knights will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They'll give it to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator to pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He uncorks a bullet to the right. It's complete. A huge pickup.
Well, that play-action fake, it just froze the defense for a split second. That allowed the tight end time to work his route, get vertical down the field, and pick up a big gainer for the offense.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get in the midst of those big boys.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Little touch pass to the receiver. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Cougars have their offense in high gear. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, BYU! And the punishment has been extended. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
38, Rutgers, 14.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Finds his tight end.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. The Scarlet Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going to try to get it himself. And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Spins away. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Into the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Offense set on 1st down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's moving out of the pocket. Throws for the tight end. Connection to the right. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. He'll do it himself. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Dances away to buy time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for space. It's Gentry. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the bucket.
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Rutgers. Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go over the offense like, bro, we don't need to do that. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The hand to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. He wants to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. And the Scarlet Knights moving quickly to the line. They want to throw it. Getting some heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
It's now 2nd and goal.
He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these design runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. It's a reverse. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, just a great job by the defense being stout. Right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cougars. Lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. Trying to get to him. He'll pull it down. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Try to get it on the ground. Makes his man miss. The Scarlet Knights get it past the sticks. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. Now on second down. This defense will try to keep everything in front. He wants to pass it on second down. He's right on target. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. He's got it. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Scarlet Knights want to move quickly. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. One more play to pad the stats. He'll come out throwing on first down. He lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra